this clip is about promises made, promises broken. Right? You've heard the old shtick, promises made, promises kept. And people like to use that as a kind of way to flex or virtue signal some kind of good deeds that people do, whether it's themselves or someone else, like a political leader or whatever. Well, the other side of that is promises made, promises broken, right? When people promise things and then they don't do them. You know that there's a lady there? Marcus, dasz już pojeżdżanko? Hi. Oh, okay. ילדה קטנה הייתה לי אחרי הרכב ולא ידעתי אם את ראית. All right. I just wanted to make sure she's safe. כן, רציתי לראות she's safe. Okay. Shalom. All right. So, sorry. There was a little girl hiding behind the car. I just wanted to make sure she was safe. So I told the mother. And then as soon as I started talking to her, the little girl jumped back in the car so as not to get in trouble. Gotta keep the little one safe. Anyway. So promises kept, promises broken. There are a lot of promises kept or promises made that are promises broken, right? We see those time and time again in what? Politics, right? You see political campaigns and politicians promising one thing and then doing another. And it doesn't matter what party, they all do it. Let me get that straight again. They all do it, okay? There isn't like one party is better than the other. If you believe that kind of stuff, if you're like a team member and you only vote for one side, I mean, first of all, if you don't know that the politician you vote for lied to you too, I don't know what to tell you. It could be the best politician on earth, statistically, who has kept the most promises he or she has ever made. Guarantee you they've broken some of them. 100% guaranteed. You know how I know? Do the math. How can anybody get enough votes to win any election of any consequence and be a real politician and keep all of their promises when their voter base, their most ardent supporters, are going to ask them for different things? Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. Even if that and that are completely opposed to each other. They're still going to promise it because they want the votes. And whoever can be the most convincing is who gets the votes. Hello, Emmett. I see you. Hi. Right? And we have a plethora, a real cornucopia, if you will. Oh, hello, puppy. Hello, puppy. A massive cornucopia of promises made and promises broken since the last election cycle in the United States and elsewhere. How are you doing today? I'm okay. How are you? Think about it. Did you really think that the war in Ukraine would suddenly be over today or yesterday? Like, were you really that naive? I don't know about you, but I wasn't. Anybody who was a real dupe. Okay? What, you thought that Donald Trump, when he said that he would end the war in Russia and Ukraine, or between Russia and Ukraine, before he took office, you believed him? Then why didn't he do it? And wouldn't it have been a gross dereliction of responsibility, if not duty, as a former president? Who, yes, he's a citizen at that point, but hey, given that he was interfering with foreign affairs as a former president, that's still meant that he would be doing some kind of duty, whether officially approved or not. And since it was officially approved, for him to interfere in the negotiations between Israel and Hamas, for example, that is a perfect reason to call it a dereliction of duty. But even if you don't call it that, even if you just say it's grossly irresponsible for a person who claims to have such a power, if he truly did have such a power, for him to not make it happen before he came to office would be grossly irresponsible to a country that is a friend of the United States, Ukraine, that is a free, sovereign democracy, Ukraine, that is standing up to defend itself, Ukraine, against an aggressive invader, Russia, right? Why wouldn't he apply that pressure if he could? The answer is obviously because he couldn't. And then you remember he said, after he was challenged on that fact, he said, well, I'll get it done on day one when I am president. Hey, day one passed. The war's still going on in Ukraine, in case you haven't noticed. Day one passed, and there's still only 3 hostages that have come home in the last 24 hours from Hamas to Israel. And Israel has given up, 100 terrorists in exchange for them. And Israel expected to give 2,000 terrorists, many, if not most, who have blood on their hands or other terrorist crimes that they've been tried for and convicted of. Oh, and some of them have been in administrative detention for years. Yeah, that's true. Some of them have been in administrative detention for years, and it's terrible. But there's a justice system for that in Israel, a system of laws. They have lawyers, they have attorneys, they have rights. They're not forgotten in some godforsaken tunnel and used like objects or worse by the Israeli prison system. Are there some who've been abused? Absolutely. Should they have their rights in court? Absolutely. But if they're criminal terrorists, they also, if they've been convicted of crimes, well, they should also pay for those crimes, whether that's by serving time or something else. In the Israeli court system, it's usually just serving time. So my point is, there are always promises made and promises broken in every single system. Little upset? Who's a little upset? Are you upset? I'm not upset. I'm just reading reality. And I feel bad for the dupes who get suckered and believe the BS that politicians tell them of every single side. You're all suckers. Don't fall for it. What did you miss? Well, I'm about to end the stream, so you can find out. I'll see you guys later. And I'll be in the Alpha Trading live stream starting at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Jump into the Discord, alphatradinghq.com/Discord. See you there for In the Rumble. Later, dudes. Peace.